Guys, we look fucking nice.
Look at that. Huh? Crown DFS.
Crown the Kings, baby.
Crown the Kings. I like that.
Ooh, looking fresh.
Mitch, what are we talking about today?
NFL.
NFL.
Week 11?
Week 11.
It's 11.
We're getting close to the end of the season.
11 weeks.
11 of them. I think there's more, but we're rolling into 11.
You
the
can't even
11.
count 11 on two hands.
Oh, some people can.
I can't.
There's like a rare small percentage that has like a weird thing going on. Six-fingered, I don't know.
That sounded bad. They have a weird. Let's
let's do this. We're back. We got Fensky back again for the second time.
Good to be back.
Brandon Allen.
Brandon Allen, no Fant call last time. Not sure he's going to top that, but we'll see what happens.
Heard it here first, folks. Brandon Allen, no offense.
You know, and he's really hyped for.
He's some
the only
questionable
way he can
players.
go now is down.
Nah. What I'm about to bring to you this week is it's unbelievable.
I'll say the pregame before we started recording, these two are going to be a little bit off on a couple of things here. They're not going to be rolling down the same path here on a couple players, but we'll see how that goes.
We'll see what happens.
He's got my head so much in a spin that I just decided Crown on the rocks tonight.
Gonna need it.
Let's just say we got lineups in tonight, and our conversations before the NFL game tonight weren't on point. James Conner out for the rest of the game. Ouch.
That does sting for the middle guy here.
That hurts. With that being said,
We're going to start this.
Let's roll into it.
let's do it.
All right. Let's start off with the first game. Dallas versus Detroit. 51.5 is the total. Dallas is favored by 5. Matthew Stafford is still questionable, has not practiced yet this week.
So basically, if he practices Friday, that'll be the telltale sign.
He's got fractured vertebrae. I'm pretty sure he's going to be out.
Right.
I'm planning for him to be out as of right now.
That's how I'm planning to.
So then I guess he'll start with Detroit.
Give me the Lions. All right. Jeff how do you say
Dref.
All right.
Off to a fast start here. I like it.
Jeff Driscoll, 4,600. Actually didn't have a bad week when he took over for Stafford. With that being said, I don't like him. Moving on, Ty Johnson. I believe he's questionable right now. I believe he's not going to play. J.D. McKissick at 4,600.
You gotta like that.
I like that a lot. I really do. J.D. McKissick is someone that I'm going to have in my lineup regardless if it's Matthew Stafford or Jeff Driscoll. Very high on McKissick. So, moving on to the wide receivers, Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones Jr., Danny Amendola. With Jeff Driscoll under center, I don't like any of them. However, if Matthew Stafford's under center, I do like Kenny Galladay. Yeah, that's about it at wide receiver.
You're not gonna roll a Driscoll Hawkinson call here by any means? No.
Yes, that's what I'm about to get to. So I said it last week, right? Backup quarterbacks love tight ends. They love tight ends. So, with that being said, if Jeff Driscoll is the starter, which it's looking like on Sunday, give me some T.J. Hawkinson. Give me all of T.J. Hawkinson. 3,600, that's just a great price. He had 8 targets last week. I like T.J. Hawkinson a lot, and I like J.D. McKissick. With that being said, I'll give whoever wants the Dallas Cowboys to take it.
Mitch is gonna stay quiet for the first little while here. He's
Nervous.
He just doesn't want to. He doesn't want to,
do it a lot.
Impose his will this early. I guess is what's going to happen here. So, I'll roll Dallas. I like Prescott at 67. He had a good game against the Vikings. To the ball. What the fuck was that?
I don't know what's going on over here. He's
I don't
kinda
either.
speechless.
I just wanted to touch, give me my one take on the Lions. That
Oh yeah, go. By
go
all
ahead.
means, man. Don't.
I like Amendola a little bit more than Fensky said. Just because
I always like Amendola.
the check downs and the underneath routes are going to be there for a backup QB because it's a lot harder to stretch the field with the backup QB. So, hence why McKissick, Amendola,
Which
and Hawkinson had combined, I believe, almost 20 targets last week. How many times Driscoll throw? 40. Jesus Christ. Still, the underneath routes were almost half of his target passes.
yeah,
Right. And I want to correct myself. We had TJ Hawkinson had 6 targets. He had 3 receptions for 47 yards. He didn't get in the end zone, but I like him. He's getting targets, and backup quarterbacks love to throw the ball to the tight end. So give me some TJ Hawkinson. I think he gets in the end zone this week. I feel pretty confident about saying that.
The more we talk about this game, the more I like Jeff Driscoll and these cheaper passing options, simply because
check down,
they're
check down.
probably playing from behind
And
against Dallas.
I'm going to pull the Mitch card that last time I was here. Do not put Jeff Driscoll into your lineup. Do not do it. He's garbage. He's been a backup quarterback in this league since
4,600.
he's been here. I don't like it. If you're trying to save money on a quarterback, there's other guys out there, and we'll get to that
Okay.
later.
Okay, wait a minute. I know which
You know
one.
what?
I got a guy. I got a guy right up here, right up the sleeve.
We'll save this debate for later.
Okay.
We will.
Oh, I was gonna take a seat back and let you guys go at it here, man. I was like,
I don't want to give.
round one,
I
here we
don't
go.
want to give his little fucking sleeper pick.
Shit, I was
away
like,
right
I
away.
forgot my signs for the fucking matches going on here. Like,
So,
goddamn.
so I'll wait until he gives his sleeper pick away, and then we'll have the little battle here. So
All right, I'm waiting for that
All
now.
right, let's hear about the Cowboys,
That-
Shane. Give me the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
seems like a good time.
God, that's cold.
Dude, that looks cold.
Is it?
My God, that's cold. Sold that, didn't I?
That's nice.
Yeah, it was good.
Proud to
All
be
right.
the best. Nothing but the best.
Cowboys.
Cowboys,
boys.
Prescott, like I was saying, it's probably been 5 minutes now. Jesus. I don't mind them. Detroit's pass defense is, to say the least. It's so, dude. If you're gonna talk, just say it on the microphone.
I can't.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You guys don't let me.
He said subpar. They're subpar. I'll reiterate that. He's right. They are subpar. I do like that. Dak. He had a good game against the Vikings. So I could see him having another good one here. Jesus Christ, Zeke's expensive. However, the Lions' rush defense is also garbage. Ugh. It's 9,000 though for Zeke.
Zeke under 10%.
Is that what he is projected?
Yeah.
Okay, then I could get on board with that more. I mean, he's not gonna have the Vikings did a great job bottling him up. That was their game plan going
They
in.
wanted Dak to beat him, and I mean, he found Amari quite a bit.
He did.
No.
Zeke's not gonna have a down game like that again here against the Lions. I really don't think that. So that being, I mean, yeah, at 10%, yeah, Zeke's definitely a good play. Cooper, is he gonna play?
Yeah.
Okay, he's good.
Well,
Mark-
yeah, he had the same injury last week. So
Okay.
I assume so.
Yeah, I mean, I like Cooper, Mark Cooper. I like Gallup here a lot as well. That's basically my two guys for their wide receivers. Randall Cobb's pretty cheap, but I'm probably not going to go there.
What about that old man, Jason Witten?
Is he going to find the end zone?
See, that's what it depends on.
Yeah, he pretty much has to.
He's touchdown dependent.
And he only sees like 45% of the snaps, so that's tough.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
Honestly, I might go with a little Jeff Driscoll and one of them cheaper options and a Zeke stack, just because I don't think I'm going to end up being able to go Dak, because I don't think this game is very close.
It's
So-
possible.
Here's what I'll say. I don't think the game's close either. I think the Cowboys win this game pretty handily. So Ezekiel Elliott, 10% own. Give me all of that. I'm very high on Ezekiel Elliott. Last week, Shane pointed it out. 20 carries, 47 yards. Didn't have a good week. He's going to be hungry. He's going to be eating. Give me some Ezekiel Elliott. I'm serious, man. I think he has 20 to 30 touches easily in this game. So give me some Ezekiel Elliott. I like that pick a lot.
You guys rolling any Cowboys D here? Noteworthy if Driscoll.
Buddy here is at 3,600.
They're steep. I agree.
I'd rather go Vikings D against Denver for less.
Oh yeah.
Or Raiders
Yeah.
D against Cincy for less.
Yeah. I'm not too high on the Cowboys D, to be honest. I think there's gonna be points scored here. Even if
I
Jeff
agree.
Driscoll is the quarterback.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Let's keep it rolling.
I mean, I'm not really looking for too much here other than Zeke for Dallas.
Not in their wide receivers either.
No, I like a couple others better that are
Okay.
projected to be in closer games.
Respect.
I mean, I definitely could see Amari Cooper being a play, but
I don't think he's going to have as many targets as
Wide
he did.
receiver right above him for less projected ownership. I like him.
yeah, pretty much
We'll get
Zeke
there.
on the Cowboys. But let's go to Atlanta.
Actually, I got New Orleans versus Tampa Bay. 51's the total.
My bad.
New Orleans favored by 5.5. That's just the way Vegas has it written down, so that's how
All
I
right.
go.
You got to roll first here, Mitch. Do your thing.
I'll go New Orleans.
Get.
Drew Brees at 6,900. I mean, I understand he's playing Tampa Bay. I always pick on Tampa Bay. But Brees he just always just does enough.
So they can win games.
Yeah, I mean,
It really doesn't seem like a lot changed when Bridgewater. I mean, don't get me wrong, Breeze can do a lot more when he needs to, but
I like their two cheaper wideouts here, Ted Ginn and Traquan Smith. I don't think I'm going to get to Michael Thomas at almost 10,000 for a wideout. So I still want my exposure against Tampa Bay's defense, pass defense, so I'm still going to probably run with some Ted Ginn and some Traquan. I don't know what to do with Kamara now that they got Latavius involved more. I don't know if they're going to kind of keep rolling Kamara in more as he gets healthier or what they're really doing with him. Drew Brees is an okay option, a little too high price for me. I think I'd rather try to get to Lamar or go down and take Deshaun rather than Drew Brees because Deshaun's less ownership and he can find the end zone rushing. So that's where I'm sitting. I'm probably only taking their two cheaper guys, two cheaper wideouts, Traquan and Ted Ginn. Anybody else got anything on the Saints?
I'll just say I'm pretty high on Drew Brees, actually. I mean, that Tampa Bay secondary is trash. I like Drew Brees. I agree with Michael Thomas. He's just way too high priced. And
what about little Jared Cook love here?
that's what I was going to get at. I think Jared Cook.
10 targets last week.
Right. He's definitely getting involved in that offense, and I like Jared Cook.
I could see him finding the end zone this week
quite
too.
a bit, absolutely. I also think, like you said, Traquan Smith, and I like Traquan Smith quite a bit as well.
I just want to say Drew Brees played the Falcons last week, threw the ball 45 times, and still only scored 11 fantasy points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a different defense. I think Atlanta's got pretty good pass rushers. And, I mean, yeah. They do.
Okay, I will say Atlanta's in a shit defense, but they actually played well.
They do.
They played well last week.
Like, you can't take away from Vic Beasley. You can't take away from Grady Jarrett. Like, they got some pretty good
They
pass
did, and
rushers.
they did play well.
And
but
they showed up last
That
week.
was at home, though.
I get it. I do.
I just would rather go Deshaun, who can score a rushing touchdown. That's going to be
I
a
agree.
shootout against Baltimore. That's just me. For less.
yeah, I'm not high on Brees here
But yeah.
either, but that's.
I mean, I can see it. Obviously, we've picked on Tampa Bay's pass defense all year. So I mean, I'm not knocking on you for not. I'm just saying I'm probably rather going to go Deshaun against Baltimore in a shootout for less, and Deshaun's also a runner and can, obviously,
Yeah.
rushing touchdowns are more than passing touchdowns.
Right. I mean, we're obviously on different pages there.
I'm still gonna have Breeze. I'm just.
I mean,
not
yeah,
that
yeah.
high. I mean,
But if that's what it comes down to, because a lot of people only set one or two lineups. If that's what it comes down to, I'm just very high on Drew
No,
Brees
if I'm only setting
compared
one or
to
two
Deshaun.
lineups, Drew Brees will not be in one of my lineups.
Right. Yeah.
That's me.
So, I don't know. I'm just like, I think you're kind of scaring people from going to Drew Brees.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I mean, obviously, anybody that halfway does this knows to pick on Tampa Bay. So
Right, yeah.
automatically, Breeze's ownership's higher than it should be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would rather just take Deshaun. I mean, I'm still gonna have Breeze.
Got it.
but
Got
I'm
it.
gonna
Got
have
it.
more
Got it.
Deshaun.
Got it.
All right. Glad we cleared that up.
Got that.
any love for New Orleans defense? You know how Jameis likes to throw them picks.
No love.
Okay.
No love at all.
At 2,900, bro.
It's not a bad price.
I don't
Last
like it.
week against the Falcons was the lowest their D scored in 3.
I don't like it.
I don't know, 2,900.
Maybe,
If
but
Deshaun or if Jameis throws 5 picks, I mean, you're gonna be okay. What?
added him to the lineup just like that. I think that's what you were doing. Yes, sir.
A
The Saints are in the lineup.
Saints D lineup.
I got Drew
Tampa
Brees in
Bay.
mind.
Tampa Bay. Who's got him? I took New Orleans.
Shane, you want him or you want me to take him?
I'll rock it, I guess.
I
Why
got
not? James Winston. They can't run the ball, so. Jesus Christ. 48 attempts, 40. Yeah, I mean, if he's going to throw the ball 50 times, I'll roll a little Jameis here.
Mhm.
And what's he at? 65. Yeah, I like him a little bit here. The Saints D, I mean, they're not bad. They're not stellar against the pass by any means. I don't love their running backs here. Didn't Barber and Jones split carries?
I think they both got touchdowns last week, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty much dominated by Jones, though.
Yeah. I don't know how much I'll be looking for that, to be honest.
It was.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I just don't.
Pretty much dominated by Jones. They both had 11 carries.
But, I mean...
That's what I mean. Like, I swear I looked at that. I'm like,
No,
if you-
Jones had, I think, it was
if
like
you-
8 catches, though. Where
Yeah,
Peyton Barber.
I'm talking about field time, too.
yeah.
So,
Wide receivers here, you got your main two mainly. You got Mike Evans, you got Godwin. Why is it number one corner for New Orleans slipping my mind right now?
Lattimore.
Yeah, he'll probably be on Mike Evans,
Mhm.
most likely.
Right.
I'm probably going to be looking a little more Godwin here than Evans.
Mhm.
I still like Evans, though.
Isn't Lattimore hurt?
No, he's back
Not that
this
I don't think so, dude.
Should be back this week.
You guys keep going. I'm looking that shit up.
Well, we're waiting on you now. Since you had to bring it up before you knew
No,
the answer
go.
to it. That's about it, though, to be honest with you.
I mean, I like Godwin for the most part.
Yeah, I agree. OJ Howard, he's back this week.
He was back last week.
Was he? Okay. I don't hate him either, I guess. 3,600. If he finds the end zone. That's about it, though, for me. Jameis, Godwin.
Yeah, I mean,
That's really about it.
OJ Howard, I mean, he had 7 targets last week, 4
Yeah.
receptions, 47 yards. I could get down with that, 3,600. You know, if you're looking for a cheaper tight end.
Yeah, if you're spending down tight end, that's not a bad option.
I think that's a pretty good play.
Did you learn anything on your hunt?
Is Lattimore in?
I don't know why it didn't come up.
I'm pretty sure he's playing.
I thought so, but
We will get down to this.
All right.
we're making progress here. Just-
Come on. Go. Drop down like you're supposed to.
Or maybe not.
There we go. Lattimore has not practiced yet this week.
Okay. Well, keep an eye on it.
Wasn't Eli Apple the one that Mike Evans got in that big scuffle with?
Yeah, I don't
He
remember.
got ejected?
You calling an ejection here again, Mitch?
No, I'm just,
No,
I
I
ain't got another one of that.
I think you're right.
So I mean, I like both of the receivers. That's it.
Yep.
Okay, let's roll.
Yep.
Atlanta versus Carolina. 49.5 is the total. Carolina's favored by 4.5.
Give me the Falcons. What? Yeah. Sorry. Give me the Falcons. Matt Ryan, 6,200. I could see it. Not too high on him. I think there's other quarterbacks around that price range that are a little bit better. Running back, Devontae Freeman is out. Brian Hill.
It's going to be uber chalk, probably.
Uber chalk, but I think this guy plays up to it. He's looking at 20 to 30 touches easily. He's shown that he can get it done in the passing game as well. Can catch the ball out of the backfield. I like Brian Hill quite a bit for the Falcons. Moving on to the wide receivers, Julio, Calvin Ridley. Julio Jones, he's been out, and I'll kind of leave a question out there for you guys. Julio Jones, I just feel like he's been kind of disappointing this year. He, last week he did a pretty good job, but it's like he's not involved enough. And I mean, like, you're looking at his targets, right? You're saying he had 9 targets last week, but he's taken so many plays off, and it's just like he's not on the field enough. So
Some of those targets last week looked like they were like trying to force him the ball too. I will say that. I mean,
right.
like right away coming into the second half, they threw a couple right at him just to like force feed him the ball, try to get him going. But
Yeah. So, and I mean, we talk about targets and like carries and, getting the ball in your hand and how that's a good thing. So I'm totally going to contradict myself, but Calvin Ridley is actually someone that I like quite a bit. He only had five targets last week. He had a carry on the ground, but I like Calvin Ridley actually for the Atlanta Falcons offense. Thoughts?
Calvin Ridley outsnapped Julio Jones last week.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's on the field a lot compared to Julio Jones, and I don't know. If you're paying that kind of money, $7,500 for Julio Jones,
yeah,
I just think it's risky.
I think Ridley at 2,000 less is a way better play.
Right. So
And I like Russell Gage at 2,200 less also as a salary saver.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. I never really looked his way, but yeah, I think you might be onto something there. Moving on to the tight end, Austin Hooper. Obviously, he's always a viable play. 5
I
target.
don't think he's playing. He's
He's
got
not
a sprained
playing.
MCL.
He wasn't at practice on Thursday.
Sprained MCL, and they've considered him a long shot.
Oh, yeah. Consider it a long shot. So looking past Austin Hooper.
Luke Stalker probably won't.
Stalker.
I think they just go with more 3-but outs.
I do too.
I don't think they really like either of these
I think
tight ends.
if Hooper's out, then Gage is a better play, even more so.
I think that even brings more attention to Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
I don't know. Makes me like him even a little bit more with Austin Hooper out.
Yeah, I like the 2 other receivers other than Julio. Not as high on Brian Hill. I mean, the dude had 20 carries last week for 60 yards.
Mm-hmm. Atlanta Falcons defense. Maybe. I mean, they held the
I'm-
Saints.
Not against McCaffrey.
I'm guessing I'm not. They'll probably be playing with some confidence this week, but
Held the Saints to, what was it, 9?
9.
So, and I mean, Christian McCaffrey is a little banged up. He'll probably play. I think last week it was like a hamstring. This week it's an ankle. So, I
I still don't love it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not loving it, but I could see it happening. The Falcons defense 2,600. So if you're looking for a saver, that's kind of where I'm looking.
Jump into the Panthers.
You taking
You got it. And then you got the next game, too, because I know how you love that game. So just, the mic is yours.
Alrighty, well, even with last week's performance, Atlanta still has a horrible pass defense. I think you'll be okay with some DJ Moore, who's still seeing double-digit targets every week. I don't really, I just can't get behind Kyle Allen. They get too many touches to McCaffrey in the red zone. They make sure he gets their touchdowns. So Kyle Allen doesn't have a lot for touchdowns. I like DJ Moore. I don't mind a little bit of Greg Olsen at 3,900. And that's probably it, boys.
McCaffrey 10-5, not going there.
I mean, I think it's okay, but I'm probably going with Zeke.
Yeah.
Or I'm not going to say my other guys yet.
Okay.
DJ Moore, I just want to throw out 11 targets last week, 9 receptions, 120 yards. He's getting involved in the offense, I think. Him and Kyle Allen obviously have a little chemistry out there, a little connection. I like DJ Moore quite a bit, actually, at 5,900. So.
I agree.
I mean, you said you liked him.
I
but
called
I'm just
DJ
saying
Moore.
I like
called
him a
I
little
called that
bit
DJ Moore
more.
call last week too. So I'm going to throw that out there. Not that I'm trying to sit one out by any means here, but I did say I threw a little love his way last week even. So.
And rightfully so.
But yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on.
Mitch, your game of the week here.
How?
We were saying you had to
week.
take this, or you were going to take this game so that Fensky could take the Raiders and
Yeah.
so you can get your input in here somewhere.
Jacksonville versus Indianapolis?
Yeah, this is the game you said you were very, very high on.
False.
I remember.
43.5 is the total. Indy's favored by 3.
I think that whiskey on the rocks is sobering him up now. Even Jesus.
Not gonna lie, I like Nick Foles.
Here we
The
go.
return of Nick Foles. Wow.
I mean, that first drive, week 1, the man was on fire. I think you compare him with, either Chark or Dede.
Mm-hmm.
Both are very capable options. I think that opens up a little bit more running room for Leonard Fournette, too. Teams are kind of making Gardner beat them. Yeah, I actually kind of like Jacksonville. Fournette, Foles, and then Dede and DJ Chark are my guys here. I think that's it. Is Jacoby playing this week? Yeah, yes. So, yeah, that's it for me. I gotta take a break and
Hold up. Quick question. Jacksonville Jaguars tight ends.
No.
Any of them?
which one's gonna play?
I mean, Josh Oliver, Seth DeValve. They're just so cheap. I want to know your take on the tight ends, and you might not have a take on them.
Who's gonna get the?
I mean, Seth DeValve, I think he had 5 targets last week.
He did.
I think he's questionable.
So, I mean, but at 2,800, it just comes down to if you're trying to save some money, I think that might be a good play with Nick Foles.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, he was limited in practice, so we'll have to see on that. He's questionable still.
Mm-hmm.
And rightfully so.
But yeah, I don't mind the Jaguars with Foles coming back. I think it opens some things up for him, honestly.
Okay.
Even though as big of boners as everybody had for Minshew, he really wasn't that good.
He had a nice mustache, though.
Yeah, but he really still wasn't that good.
You kind of got a nice mustache.
Appreciate that. I'll be back.
Where you going? We'll tackle the Colts for you while you're gone, if that's all right with it. That's not true.
It's not true. All right, Indianapolis.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Got that distraction out of here, Jesus. No.
Now we can finally focus. Thank God. Jacoby Brissett. What's your take on him? I mean,
on,
he's
I'm
back
looking.
this week, so.
I doubt I'll be looking there, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't like it that much. A lot of people will be off of him, I'm sure.
Right.
So
So I mean, maybe. I mean, at 5,900,
it's not a bad price. I doubt he's going to have much for ownership.
Right. It sounds like no T.Y. Hilton again.
That's the other problem. He's his
Yeah.
main guy for throwing is out, which that complicates things.
Yes. So, yeah, that kind of. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't foresee myself looking there, honestly. But
I'm with you 100%. Marlon Mack. What do you think about him?
let me pull up. I mean, his price came down from his
Price.
last game.
Yeah, the price came down.
God. Yeah, I mean Jacksonville's middle of the road against the run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It might help having Brissett back, a little bit more of a threat.
Right. No, that's what.
So yeah, I could see myself looking there a little bit.
That's
I'm
what
not I'm not super high on him by any means, but
Right.
I might go there a little bit. Yeah.
Just looking at the Indy offense,
Hey, bud.
he's back. Just wow. And he's,
What the hell was that?
wow. He's back.
It's
Mitch,
aggressive, bro. Gee.
let me put you on the spot real quick.
Hey.
Marlon Mack. Okay.
6,400.
If you're taking anyone from the
Dude, that
Indianapolis
fucking
Colts,
stinks. Holy shit. Yo.
Wasn't me.
wow. Wow.
That's a Shaggy song. Dude, that is fucking rancid.
Wasn't me. Yeah, I don't mind Marlon Mack. That's not him.
Pulls up Jordan Wilkins, was it? Or who was it?
It's not even close.
No, yeah. I mean, they feed Mack the ball. He's going to get 20 carries a game for sure. He just really doesn't have that high of a ceiling for me. So I usually don't play him.
There you go. I mean,
Heard it here first.
I mean,
Get his ass out of your lineup.
you heard it here first. I don't mind. I
doesn't.
don't.
I
I don't
mean-
mind Marlon back. I'm just not going to usually play him.
No, the dude,
Yeah.
the dude's only got 2 games over 20 points.
I mean, I don't mind the guy,
Against
but
the Chiefs
hold up.
and the Chargers.
I don't mind the guy. Like he puts up his points, but the bottom line is he's not in my lineup.
Yeah.
Like what?
Glad we're all on the same page here.
All right, sounds
Dude, I can
good.
still fucking smell that shit.
That is right.
Holy Lord.
All right, yeah. As far as Indy, I don't know. Like anything past Marlon Mack, I don't really like. I don't trust Zach Pascal. I don't trust Chester Rogers.
Dude, somebody's got to catch the ball.
I don't trust any of them, man. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
So-
I don't love this game. Period.
Yeah.
Not as much as Mitch by any means.
Dude's got some sick hair.
Mitch loves this game. Who's the wide receiver you like from Indy? You were talking so much about them earlier.
Chester Rogers.
Chester Rogers. I like that.
These guys are on crack, by the way. I didn't say shit about this game. Let's move on.
Wait, tight ends covering them now.
Who?
Colts.
I mean-
we never touched base
Yeah,
there.
go ahead. If you,
I'm not going there,
if you
but
can
that's
guess
me.
which one's scoring the touchdown this week, go for it. But
You got a
guess what?
50-50 shot.
It's
Yeah.
50-50.
And if you got the one that doesn't catch the touchdown, guess
The
what?
problem is if
they're
they
probably
catch it-
gonna only score you 3 points.
The problem is they could get a touchdown and still only score you 7 points.
Yes.
So
No. Let's move on.
yeah,
Yeah.
Denver versus Minnesota, 40.5 is the total. Minnesota's favored by 10.5.
that's it. They should be favored by like
That's a lot.
10.5 is pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, Mitch, jump in. Who you taking?
I'll take the Queens,
Excuse
the
yourself.
Vikings.
Okay, there you go.
Skull.
I'm gonna start off with tight end, main man Kyle Rudolph, 4 touchdowns in 4 straight weeks,
Okay,
3,600. I don't mind it. Kirk.
and by 4 touchdowns, we mean over the last 4 weeks, not. You said 4. You said 4 straight weeks.
I'm not sure, but hey, we should.
Well, the context made it sound like he had 4 touchdowns a game for the last 4 weeks. But, you know.
Before
Anybody that would think that I meant 4 touchdowns in every game for 4 weeks is that. Just,
I was clarifying.
just
don't-
yeah, a little clarification. But before we get too far, Adam Thielen, is he playing or is he out?
I'm pretty sure he's going to be out.
Yeah, I think he's listed as questionable. But with our
Why-
bye week
why bring
next
him-
week,
why bring him back
why
for
bring
the
him
play
back?
for
So
for the
Should be able to handle Denver without him.
I agree. I was just like make that
No,
clear.
no, yeah,
like
yeah.
because I agree
No.
with the Kyle Rudolph.
Yeah.
But if Adam Thielen's back, maybe
Yeah.
that takes me away with.
No, yeah.
So yeah, no
I
Adam
mean-
Thielen this week is what we're thinking.
Diggs is probably going to see some Chris Harris, so I don't love him. You know, I think this is going to be a Dalvin and Kyle Rudolph week, honestly.
Yeah, that's about it for me.
I mean, I don't really like Kirk Cousins that much. I just feel like his upside's limited when he only really has, like, Stephon to throw to as a deeper threat.
Right.
So, I mean, honestly, Dalvin and Rudolph and the Vikings D is pretty much... I'll probably have quite a bit of Vikings D, but Dalvin
Yeah.
and Rudolph are my main 2 plays for Vikings offensively.
You want me to take?
Yeah,
Denver?
you got to have Denver, man. Jesus, that call
kinda
last
my
time.
team. All right, so we'll start with the quarterback, Brandon Allen. I said it 2 weeks ago, and here's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, you might want a little bit. Dak Prescott, last game against the Minnesota Vikings, lit him up. Almost 400 yards passing. Okay, 28 of 46 for 397 against the Vikings secondary. Yes, there was no Trey Waynes, but Brandon Allen is someone that I don't like this week. I'm not taking Brandon Allen. The build-up was real, but I can't do it.
I was about to say, the Cowboys have way better weapons than the Broncos do.
Right, yeah.
Amari Cooper made Dak Prescott look like $1 million.
No,
Yes.
I cannot
Amari
agree.
Cooper is nasty.
Yes, I
Amari
cannot agree
Cooper's,
more.
Amari Cooper's going to get Dak paid this offseason. I'm going to say that right now.
Oh my God, yeah. So I just want to clarify, no Brandon Allen this week. Don't touch him. I had to hype it up a little bit. These guys were like, no way. Moving on to the running backs, Philip Lindsay, Royce Freeman.
No.
It's just such a busy backfield in Denver. I don't mind Philip Lindsay. I like that he can catch the ball out of the backfield, but so does Royce Freeman. So like, who's getting the targets? Who's getting the carries? Just kind of scares me. Cortland Sutton. I could see where this could be a play actually against the Vikings secondary.
Okay, but shouldn't it be Zimmer as a calling the defense? Hey, let's take away Cortland Sutton, their one wide receiver,
Right.
and that should be it.
He's going to say, let's make Brandon Allen, Cortland Sutton, and Noah Fant beat us. I think he'd stop the running back. I think he's going to stop the run, honestly.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, but I mean,
With Lindsay and Royce, they rotate, keep them fresh. Denver wants to run the ball.
Right.
yeah.
I'm not saying I'm high on Cortland Sutton, but I could see where he would be.
Oh,
a play.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
If he's got Rhodes on him, and then I'd be all over him because
You know,
Rhodes can't
Like,
cover.
I mean, you just said it. Like the Vikings are 10.5 point favorites. So I mean,
Yeah.
they're going to be passing the
Right.
ball. They're going to be
Yeah.
coming from behind. So I don't mind Cortland Sutton, but I don't know if I have him in my lineup.
I'd rather go Fant, honestly.
Jeez, I was about to look at this guy.
just jumping the gun
Wow. No, so that was my second build up, and I was pretty serious about that one. No offense, I do like him against Minnesota. Someone's got to catch the football. Last week he had 3 receptions for 115 yards. So he's just getting more and more involved. So I like Noah Fant. It seems like him and Brandon Allen have a connection.
They got some mojo.
Weird how a backup quarterback has a connection with the tight end. Who said that?
Huh.
I don't. Crazy. I don't want to shout myself out too much, but I kind of like Noah Fant actually against the Vikings secondary. But yeah. That's
Yeah, for me, it's maybe a little Cortland Sutton and a little Noah Fant, and that is it. I'm not touching their running backs.
Mitch, what's going on?
Bro, I just can't wait for this next game and this talk we're about to have.
It's about to be crazy.
All right, I'm going to lean back and let these guys duke it out for this next
All
one.
right.
Here we go.
Let's get into it.
It's about to get spicy.
It's about to get cold.
I wish I had my fucking match signs here. Jesus. Let's get ready to
New York Jets versus the
rumble.
Washington Redskins. Only 38 is the total.
Only 38.
Washington is some fucking how favored by 2.
Wait, why is Washington
No way.
favored?
Fuck.
That should not be legit, dude.
They actually are favored. Wow. Okay.
All right, then we might as well let you pick your squad here.
All right, give me the Redskins.
Oh, fuck. I'm so excited.
All right. So the build-up was real last game, right? I talked about Brandon Allen. I compared him to Dak Prescott. This game, I'm going to talk about Dwayne Haskins Jr. I love him. I love Dwayne Haskins Jr. against the New York Jets secondary. So I might not have much of a life, but during the week, I said, Mitch, the New York Jets secondary is dog shit. Like, they are so bad. He said, well, they got Jamal Adams. Well, Jamal Adams ain't the whole secondary. They're just terrible. So what I'm going to say right now is Dwayne Haskins is someone that...
He's so fired up right now.
I really am. I get into this. Dwayne Haskins, $4,800. I like him a lot. Have him in your lineup. It's tough. It's tough. I get it. The guy sucked all year. Why is he going to show up against the Jets? I love Dwayne Haskins Jr. against the Jets. I watched Ryan Fitzpatrick with the Miami Dolphins light up the secondary.
It's magic, though. Come on now. Give him.
I get it. I do. I get it. But I watched Ryan Fitzpatrick light up the secondary. I love Dwayne Haskins Jr. this week. I do. I love him in a big way.
I wouldn't love him at $1,800.
All right.
So
let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Mitch, hit me with the counter here. Let's do it.
You're going to take Dwayne Haskins at $4,800
No question about it.
with no weapons.
Terry McLaurin. Vernon Davis.
Vernon Davis was out of his prime 5 years ago, but
Keep it coming.
their second wide receiver is probably going to be out.
Yeah.
The Jets are one of the best teams against the run, so I mean Adrian Peterson probably isn't much
Which
of a
means
factor.
what, Mitch? If they're the best team against the run, what does that mean?
Hold on.
Okay.
So you'll take Dwayne Haskins at $4,800.
Yes.
But you won't take Jeff Driscoll at $46 against the Cowboys who got beat by Sam Darnold. He's got Kenny Golladay, Marvin Jones, Danny Amendola, and a nice tight end for less money. And they're the fucking highest total on the slate.
I get it.
Washington's the lowest.
I get
But
it.
you won't take Jeff Driscoll.
I will not. Jeff Driscoll sucks. He's the worst quarterback in the league right now. In the starting in a starting lineup, he's the worst quarterback in the league.
Okay, I'm
Without a doubt.
I'm not saying you're taking Jeff Driscoll, but Mitch makes a good point here. You're gonna
I am.
Haskins over him though, dude.
I am. So let me. All right, let's dig deep
The
here.
Cowboys lost to the New York Jets and Sam Darnold.
Let's back this up a little bit.
What are we backing up?
Keep talking. Bring me the heat. I'm gonna back up the numbers a little bit.
Right here it is, passing. Right here, passing. New York Jets, 7th worst in the league.
I don't like holding a mic. I don't know how you do that. My hand gets tired. But so here's what I'm gonna say.
Listening.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Dwayne Haskins Jr. of the Washington Redskins
Because he wouldn't be picked up by anybody else.
is playing against the worst secondary in the National Football League. They might not be the worst.
7th worst.
Okay, thank you very much. Daniel Jones, rookie quarterback, last week went for 308 against that very same New York Jet defense.
He has
Ryan
weapons.
Fitzpatrick, the week before, 288 against the New York Jet defense.
He has weapons.
Gardner Minshew Jr., he has weapons. No, he doesn't. He plays with a bunch of nobodies, and he went for 279.
Weapons.
You think...
Fournette and DJ Chark is going to be a dog in this
Weapons.
league.
No. Baker Mayfield, one of the worst quarterbacks in the league, and this is going to get Buddy real hot over here, and I'm a Baker Mayfield fan. but he's looked like Christian Ponder this year. 325 against the New York Jets defense. So, Dwayne Haskins is someone you got to have in your lineup. We spent way too much time on this, but I like Dwayne Haskins a lot.
Yeah, guys, don't be afraid to throw a guy in that's highest fantasy point total this year is 7. Toss him in there. Fire him up 100% every lineup.
Pair him in there with Terry McLaurin, you're going to be happy. Guaranteed.
I swear to God, if
Played with each other at Ohio State, had unbelievable chemistry, and this is the week they finally
if I get a
hit it
text
up.
on Sunday that Dwayne Haskins 80-yard touchdown to TJ McLaurin, I'm gonna be like,
Terry McLaurin,
Terry, whatever.
6 targets and 39 yards is not going to get it done for me, but yeah.
6 targets, but I like him.
I will say if this call works out for him, then that would be a better call than Brandon Allen. No fan, but it.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening.
Let's go to the Jets.
Yeah. We spent a lot of time on that. I didn't cover the rest of the Washington Redskins, so
There's
I'm gonna
nobody
do it.
else.
There is.
No,
Sadly.
there's really not.
I
Let's listen.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm just gonna say Vernon Davis real quick. I don't mind him at 3,200. Paul Richardson Jr. He's questionable right now. Doesn't look like he's gonna play, but he's at 3,800. I don't mind him. The New York Jets secondary sucks. Like, they're god awful. So I don't mind any of these wide receivers. Especially don't mind Vernon Davis if he plays. That's about it. I'm not going to touch base on their defense. I'm not going to touch base on their backfield because
Nope.
AP's back. Darius Geis is back. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Is Geis back?
Geis
Yeah, he
is
is.
back this week. Yeah.
Is he going to be limited?
I don't know.
It sounds like he's full go. Coming off the IR.
Confident he'll get many chances to contribute is what it says.
God, that was heated. I got a little fired up
That was
there,
good.
buddy. I don't know. I did.
Oh, I don't think we've seen the end of that conversation here, but
No.
we'll wait till the
come
studs
back
and
to
duds
it.
picks at the end here.
This is quite a
Course.
show. Wow.
We're only halfway in.
Yeah. Let's go to the Jets.
Yep.
I'm tired of talking about the Redskins.
And rightfully so.
Demaryius Thomas is an interesting salary saver here. 3,900. He saw the second most snaps on their team, actually. Saw 9 targets. He's
Questionable, though. Right?
he's had. I think it's been the same injury. His hamstring all year.
He's
so I think it's more just
he's expected to play.
maintenance type Veterans Day off or whatever the NFL does now, like the NBA.
Right.
But he'd be a lot more interesting. Robbie Anderson's yet to practice this week.
I thought he was limited today.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, you're right. I thought it said remained out at Thursday's practice.
No, limited.
With that being said, I still like Jamison Crowder. As I said, as soon as Sam Darnold came back, him and Jamison Crowder have a connection.
I agree. I like
I don't like
Crowder
Sam
here.
Darnold,
No.
but
Talk to me about your man. The myth.
Le'Veon.
The legend. You love this man.
yeah, I don't like when he does. He does it. He didn't do overly good last week, and yet they still priced him up. I don't love that.
Yeah.
We are talking about Le'Veon Bell,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah.
But
Yeah, we should probably clarify.
yeah.
We know what we're talking about when we say
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
The sad thing is I'm gonna say the same thing I said for Marlon Mack.
You like
His
him.
ceiling has been like 20, which I don't like.
Yeah.
I hate that. But I know the fucking week I get off Le'Veon Bell,
He's gonna go off.
that he'll find the end zone 7 times.
What'd you say last week about Aaron Jones?
He was gonna get 3 touchdowns.
What
How many
happened?
Did he have?
And how many lineups did you have him in?
I'd have been like 4. Saquon.
you did?
absolutely
Oh, did
shit
you?
on
I
me
thought you
last
didn't
week.
have him in any.
No, I had Aaron
Oh,
Jones.
okay.
I was not getting off Aaron Jones last week. Saquon screwed me out a lot of money last week.
Wow.
A lot. Like 2,500.
That fucking sucks.
But yeah, I'll have against Washington. It's hard not to pick Le'Veon and 1 or 2. I'll have a little bit. I like Demaryius and Crowder more.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets defense,
I like it.
fire them up.
Against
One of us,
Dwayne
one
Haskins.
of us here is gonna look magnificent. One of us here will be receiving a hella text saying, "Guess what, motherfucker? I was right."
I just hope it's.
So what I'm gonna say is Mitch is completely wrong on a lot of levels. Okay, and I get it. He's a numbers guy, right? Vegas odds, they're the lowest point slate here, blah, blah, blah. What are they at?
38.
38. Okay.
That's high for this game.
I can't believe we're spending this much time on this game. But the New York Jets, you do not want their defense in your lineup. I will guarantee it. You do not want them in your lineup. And what I'm going to say is Le'Veon Bell, someone this man has been high on all year, and now he's comparing him to Marlon Mack. He's someone that you're going to want in your lineup because there's going to be points that are scored in this game.
Are there?
There is, and I can guarantee it. I've watched the New York Jets secondary. They are god awful, and I guarantee you Le'Veon Bell is going to catch the ball out of the backfield, and I have him going for, I don't want to be too high, but I'll say 125 plus all-purpose yards in this game, guaranteed. I like Le'Veon
Just
Bell
like
quite a bit.
Dwayne
So-
Haskins is going to have a.
All I'm saying
That's all I'm saying.
is one of us is going to be receiving one mean text this week.
All I'm saying is if I'm going to jump on a bandwagon here is the Jets still be in my lineups.
I disagree, but all
Let's
right.
go.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
All right, Buffalo versus Miami.
Another-
Let's not spend this much time on this
Fuck
game.
no.
40.5 is the total. Buffalo's favored by 6.5. I'll
Okay,
take
if the Buffalo and Miami game is 40.5 and the other one is 30, I'm just throwing that out there. That's saying something.
Buffalo here.
Get.
I really like Devin Singletary
Yep.
at 6,000. They priced him up. Didn't do a lot last week. Still saw 6 targets. They were behind Cleveland pretty much the whole game, other than when they took the brief lead before Baker had the game-winning drive. Did he not?
Yes, he did.
Thank you.
Baker
Thank you.
Mayfield, hell of a quarterback this year.
Let's
They
not
could still
let's not
make the
cross that
playoffs.
bridge.
Yeah, keep going.
Let's
Devin
just-
Singletary is one of my picks this week. And the Jets defense, that's it.
the Jets defense.
The Bills. That's just saying how much of the Jets defense I'm going to have.
And rightfully so.
All right, one thing Mitch didn't touch on again. Josh Allen,
I was gonna say something if we didn't touch that.
6,600.
I ain't paying that for him. Are you nuts?
He's playing the
alright.
Miami Dolphins. They're the worst team in the league. Second worst behind
Behind
only one team. And
the
we'll highlight
Redskins?
that later. No,
10 passing touchdowns, 7
not
picks.
the Redskins. But
Oh,
I don't mind Josh Allen. I really don't. All right, keep moving forward.
Who's taking Miami?
Shane, go
yeah,
ahead.
I'll take
Yeah.
him if, nobody. No. Not gonna get on Fitzpatrick here probably against Buffalo. They're pretty stout D. About the only guy I maybe look at here is Devontae Parker. That's about it.
I'd
Maybe
agree
Ballot.
with that.
I like the tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Yeah,
at
I'd see-
3,500. He's been seeing more targets with Fitzmagic at the helm.
Yeah, I'm not against that by any means, but literally, there's not much here that I like at all.
Nah.
It's Parker and yeah, as you said, a little Mike
Yeah.
Gesicki here, and
Let's-
that's it.
Let's keep going. We got an interesting game here. Houston versus Baltimore, 51.5 the total.
exciting.
Baltimore's favored by 4. I'll go ahead and take Houston since I kind of touched on him earlier in the game. How I like Deshaun. I really do like Deshaun Watson quite a bit. He can rush
68.
the ball. This is going to be a shootout. I mean, you got Deshaun against Lamar
Lamar.
Jackson. I believe Will Fuller could be back. He's been limited all week in practice. They think he will be ready to go unless he receives a setback. With that being said, I like DeAndre Hopkins more because you can't double him as much. No triple them. Some teams do. I mean, I really only like the Houston pass attack, really. So I like Deshaun. I'll probably pair him with DeAndre. That's probably.
What about a little Duke Johnson here
Probably it.
at 4,000?
I mean, I don't hate it. They kind of have to fall behind for him to be.
Well, I just think
relevant.
they're gonna, but just they might throw in a few screen passes here and there. You never know.
Yeah, I like Duke Jackson quite
Yeah.
a bit, actually.
I mean, I like this game. Obviously,
That's what I mean. I think you want your pieces of this game,
Right.
and
But I mostly like their passing attack. I mean, yeah, I
and
like
Duke Johnson's part of
the
their
passing
He's
attack.
Right.
part of their passing attack. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I actually don't like this game that much at all. I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to win this game pretty handily, and they're going to run the ball quite a bit, which is going to keep the ball out of the Houston Texans' hands. So,
Are you fucking with us now?
no, I'm being so serious. Like, I mean, Lamar Jackson, Mark Ingram.
So you just saying
Gus
Deshaun
Edwards.
Watson's just like some scrub because
No, I'm
he's
not.
that. I mean,
I'm not. But at 6,800, like, I don't like him as
But
much.
I'm saying
as-
just this game in general. I mean, Houston's going to keep up with Baltimore. I truly
Right.
believe that. I mean, and if they do that, this game's going to turn into a firing match on both sides.
Baltimore's
What is it?
defense isn't that bad, though.
Dude, we're not talking about the defense.
I mean, no, that's what I mean. I just don't know
dude,
if this game
no.
stays that tight. I don't know. Mitch, what do you think, man? I don't know.
I think last time Deshaun played a good QB, which is Patrick Mahomes, he went off. That's all I'm saying.
I like this game.
Okay.
Let's roll into Baltimore here before we get too stingy on some disagreements here. But Mitch has got that look in his eye right now. In case you can't see it. No.
So somebody else can take Baltimore. Well, Fensky, take Baltimore. Go ahead.
I'll take
Yeah,
Baltimore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Let's hear it.
Because I know
So-
you love this game.
I mean, I think Baltimore wins this game pretty handily. Actually, I think Lamar
And I think
Jackson.
you're on crack cocaine.
There you go. I think Lamar
You might
Jackson
be onto something there.
Yeah.
is going to run the rock quite a bit.
Yep.
I think Mark Ingram is going to run the rock quite a bit as well. I think Baltimore dominates the time of possession. And I think as far as wide receivers, Marquise Brown, Miles Boykin, Willie Snead, I think those guys get involved, but not enough for me to like any of them. So I'm just going to bypass all of them. I'm going to go right down to the tight end position. I'm going to look at Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews has been one of the best tight ends in fantasy football this year, if not the best. He's coming off a game where he had 8 targets last week, 6 receptions, 453 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I like Mark Andrews quite a bit. So the love list for this game is Lamar Jackson, Mark Ingram, and Mark Andrews. And I'm not going to play the Baltimore Ravens defense, but they're no slouch. So I just want that to be clarified.
I do like Hollywood Brown here, actually.
And I'm going to say one more thing. DeAndre Hopkins is a terrible play this week. If you're playing that kind of money for DeAndre Hopkins, I don't like it at all. So that's where I'm at.
Mitch is Steven right now.
Break it down. Talk to me, man.
He's got 92 targets in 9 games. He's averaging 10 targets a game. Please tell me how you don't like that.
Valid points have been made. Counter.
I suppose I got to respond to this.
That's what we're waiting
DeAndre
on.
Hopkins on the field for 98% of Houston's offensive snaps.
Mm-hmm.
Which would mean that he's not on the field for literally just their goal line 1 yard rush.
So you got his numbers pulled up. How is DeAndre Hopkins doing on the year? I just I know that's not the focus, but just tell me how he's doing on the year. Give me that quick.
I just want to say this. If you're looking at previous weeks in fantasy,
I'm not.
you're going to lose.
I'm not. But tell me how he's doing on the year,
I
and
don't-
then
I care
I'm
about how
gonna
many-
make my
I
point.
care about how many targets he gets. I care about how many times he sees the ball. I care about how many looks he gets. I care about how many red zone targets he gets. He's top 5 in the NFL in all of the above.
How's he doing on the year?
Did you not hear what I just said?
Just tell me how he's doing
How was
on the year.
Le'Veon doing on the year when I kept picking him? Huh? Let's hear it. How's Adrian doing on the year when you picked him?
How's Haskins doing on the year?
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. Okay? The reason I do not like DeAndre Hopkins is because of that man, Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters. They are pretty good D-backs, and both of them play for the Baltimore Ravens. And I like both of them quite a bit. And like I said earlier, I think this is a time of possession game. I think Baltimore understands that. I think a lot of people understand that. If you want to win this game, you're going to control the rock. And I think Baltimore is going to do just that. I think they are one of the top teams in the AFC, undoubtedly. And they could be the best team in the AFC. And I think they're going to control the rock. They're not going to let that Houston offense take the ball. And I understand they're going to pass the ball quite a bit at the end of the game, but I don't think DeAndre Hopkins is a great play.
Well, currently they have Jimmy Smith projected to guard DeAndre Hopkins, so neither of the guys that you said. Marcus Peters has been on 3 teams now in what, 1 year? A year and a half?
Marcus Peters isn't that. He's not as good as he was.
Right? Year and a half. He's been on 3. This is his 3rd team. Got traded last year at the deadline.
KC to
Got
the
traded in the
Rams to
offseason to the
Baltimore.
Rams.
exactly.
So he's on his 3rd team in 3 years.
There's a reason for that.
Okay, so if this dude was that talented, they would. I mean, you'd overlook his ego, just like Jalen Ramsey, right?
Right. Okay. Keep going.
They don't have him even projected to guard DeAndre Hopkins. You were Mr. They're gonna play from behind about which game? Which game was that? Which QB were you high on? Who were you high on?
Washington.
No.
I think, right? They're going to play from behind.
Well, they're projected to play ahead, but I don't see that happening. But if they're projected to, if Houston's going to play from behind, you'd think you'd be the exact opposite. If that's what you think in your head.
Right. I mean, I just think Baltimore, like we all know their strong points, they run the rock, and that's what they do effectively. And they're going to control the time of possession, which doesn't make me like the Houston offense that much. That's all I'm saying.
Do you think anybody can guard Michael Thomas?
I mean, I know he's going to get his targets each and every week.
We're moving on because
Okay.
he literally just proved my point. He gets
Yeah,
his
let's move
targets
on.
each and every week. As I just said, DeAndre Hopkins is averaging 10 targets per week.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay, we'll move on.
We're moving on.
I mean, I like these arguments. They make for good
They
content.
They do.
Arizona versus San Francisco, 45 is the total. San Fran's favored by 10.5. Seems high, but
It does.
we'll roll. I'll sit this one out. I covered like 3 games in a row.
wanna sit
Fenske
this-
and Shank and hit it.
Shane started off. I'm still a little wound up.
Okay, yeah, I know. It's good, man. I'll jump in here. I'll jump in with Arizona here. Tough matchup all around for their offense here against San Francisco's real stout defense. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, Kyler Murray's been solid, but I don't like his matchup here at all. I think there's probably other places I'm going to be looking. I think he's going to be under duress all game. And at 6,100, I'm not on board. Moving on from that. Ugh. I wish I'd. No. Not touching their running backs either. No, I'm not.
Yeah, after they got Kenyon Drake, it's pretty much just a
Yeah.
at this point.
The only guy, I mean, I might look for like a little Christian Kirk here. I think somebody's going to have to catch the ball for him. I think that somebody's going to be Christian Kirk.
I like
I'll-
Larry Fitzgerald. He lines up in the slot a lot. He's not going to see Richard Sherman. That means
True.
obviously
Well,
most plays. Kyler isn't going to look Sherman's way. They're probably obviously Vegas has them playing from pretty decently behind.
I agree.
I'm just saying I like Fitzgerald at his price. For
Okay, I can get behind that. But outside of those, I mean, the couple guys here, there's nowhere else.
Literally the 2 wide receivers from here would be all I take.
Yep. San Fran.
San Fran.
Unless you got something else to hit.
No, I mean I agree on all
You
that.
don't think Kyler Murray's going for 50 or something here?
No,
Okay,
not against
okay.
San Francisco.
All right.
Jimmy Garoppolo, don't mind the play, don't love it. 6,700, I think. Drew Brees
He's just
is
too much
out
of a
there.
game manager, I think.
Right. Yeah.
Their defense just wins in so many games that,
And as of now, it's looking like Emmanuel Sanders isn't going to play.
yeah.
Good to know. Running backs: Tevin Coleman, Matthew Burita, Matt Burita.
Burita.
I like Tevin Coleman actually quite a bit. I don't mind either of them, to be honest. I like Tevin Coleman more. But wide receivers, Emmanuel Sanders is out. Is kind of what we just said. It sounds like Debo Samuel, maybe Dante Pettis, maybe. I don't know. I can't commit to any of these guys. George Kittle is out as well, it sounds like. So really the only one I like on the 49ers is Tevin Coleman.
What happened?
Go ahead.
Baker's getting that dub tonight.
I like Tevin Coleman for the San Francisco 49ers. He's getting more and more involved, so I
Yeah,
like that
for
for sure.
I don't mind that Debo Samuel guy, actually,
Yeah.
especially if Sanders doesn't play at 4,000.
I like him more if Sanders plays because more people will be off him then.
True. That's good. That's a good
And
way
they're
of looking at it.
without Georgie Kittle.
Kittle will be
probably, it
out.
looks
Do you like any Dwelly here then?
I mean, he saw 7 targets
He did.
last week.
He did.
I don't hate it. At 3,400, I think tight end will probably be. I'm probably going cheaper tight ends this week.
There's some good buy downs here for that tight end position, I
I
think.
mean, I don't like Ertz against New England.
No.
I'm not a big fan of Andrews at 61. Kittle's doubtful. Hooper probably ain't playing. So, I mean, you're spending down probably a tight end. I am, anyways, this week probably.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah.
Perfect. Let's go to the next one.
New England, Philadelphia, 45 is the total. New England's favored by only 3.5.
Apparently Vegas has a thing about the Eagles, and I don't get it. Who you taking here, Mitch? It's your turn to roll on.
I'll take the Patriots.
Okay.
Tom Brady is my guy this week, probably.
Yeah, Eagles secondary is, what was that word you used? Subpar?
You always attack the Eagles secondary.
Yep.
Tom Brady literally said in their bye week the offense needs to get it going. They've been shit stomping teams, and Tom Brady has still been throwing 36, 28. Okay, the 28 was against Miami, and they won almost 50-0, so let's count that out. 36, 42, 39, 42, 41, 45, 36, 46. That's how many pass attempts he has, and they've pretty much been shit stomping teams except for Baltimore.
Yeah.
At 6,400, I like Tom. I like Mohamed Sanu. He should be really familiar with the offense. They've had the bye week. He should be on connection with Tom Brady. He had 14 targets in their game against Baltimore. I think my favorite pairing of the week is probably Tom Brady and Mohamed Sanu.
I like it. I like it a lot.
That's, yeah.
You vibing any of their running backs here? Little James White, the love
Nah,
here?
Philadelphia's got a really strong rush defense.
Yeah, but how much
Fletcher
are they
Cox
running
is
the
a
ball with
dog
their
in the
running
middle.
backs, too?
I mean, they're the fourth best rushing defense.
I don't know. I still don't mind James White here just dump off screen
James
plays.
James White is not really a rushing
Yeah,
back.
that's what I was getting at here. I was just James White is the running back here. I'm taking.
Hold on. I'm going to pull up
From
their
New
running
England.
back snaps quick because I think Sony Michel's been really kind of on the decline for their snap count.
I guess I don't know.
Let's see. What week was that? 9 then?
9. He only had 4 attempts against Baltimore. I don't know how much.
Yeah, he was only on the field for 22% of the snaps. White was
Okay.
42. and Burkhead was 36.
Yeah, White's the running back you're going to look for here, in my opinion.
Yeah, Burkhead at 38 isn't bad. They like to use him in goal line packages
They do.
because he's more of the either can run or pass guy. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm mostly looking Tom and Sanu or even Julian Edelman. I'll attack Philadelphia's secondary any way I can.
Yeah. Okay.
Edelman's another guy. I mean, the dude's played in 9 games, 90 targets, averaging 10 targets a game. So
Yep.
yeah, that's where I'm feeling here. Patriots defense. I mean, 3,500. They're priced down. They played QB that there really isn't another QB like in the league. I mean, I don't hate him against Carson.
Yeah.
I don't think Alshon's going to play either. It didn't sound like from what I saw. Yeah, he's yet to practice this week. His chances to suit up Sunday aren't boding well, it says. So, I mean, if they're without Alshon, too, I mean, you're putting Gilmore on either Nelson Aguilar or Jordan Matthews. Yeah, they ain't catching shit. So, I mean,
That being said, on the Philly side of the ball,
obviously, I'm not going to have the Patriots D in the same lineups that I would have Tom Brady and their passing attack, you know?
Yeah. Dude, the Philadelphia side of the ball is kind of a crapshoot, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they're without Alshon, bro,
Dude,
their
that
number
sucks.
one's Nelson Aguilar.
And that's not good.
So I think the sneaky play there would be
Arcega Whiteside.
Dallas Goddard.
Oh, yeah, okay.
When
Yeah.
the Eagles played the Vikings, they lined
It was-
Goddard up a lot standing up, actually.
They did, yeah.
At 3,200, I don't mind that.
I'm not looking at much really anywhere else, personally.
Buddy?
No, I mean, I agree. I like Philip Dorsett quite a bit. And, I mean, you kind of hit on him a little bit. So, instead of Mohamed Sanu, I think that Tom, I think he's got more chemistry with Edelman and Julian Edelman and Philip Dorsett. So, I kind of like Philip Dorsett quite a bit, actually, in this one. Can kind of take the top off the defense, so... Take the
I don't hate
top
it.
off the defense. Randy Moss. Let's go.
All right, Cincinnati versus Oakland, 48.5 is the total. Oakland's favored by 11.
Mitch, tackle Cincy. We'll let Fence cap the
Well,
Oakland
let-
Raiders.
Get on it.
His world, we're just living in it.
That's exactly right.
All right, well.
I know you got a couple guys here you actually like a little
Yeah,
bit.
Oakland doesn't have they have a pretty bad secondary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I like Ryan Finley because I really don't. I pretty much just like Tyler Boyd here,
Yeah.
and I don't hate Joe Mixon at 5,500. I mean, he ran the ball 30 times last game. I mean, with their rookie quarterback in, they're probably gonna get close to that again.
Yep.
Obviously, they don't want to. Obviously, they don't want the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Joe Mixon and Tyler Boyd are my guys. Tyler Boyd only if AJ Green's for sure out, which he's a no-show at practice, and they don't know why. So
He's
I'd
giving
imagine,
up on the Bengals.
I'd imagine he's going to be out.
Keep going, bro.
Oh,
my God.
no.
That's it. Oakland time. Is that Marshawn Lynch, bro?
Marshawn.
Oh. It just got real up in here.
Crown DFS.
Hey.
All right, this is a big one. Oakland Raiders. This is the team I love this week. Had to bring the J. So, who do I like on Oakland? Really, give me all 52 of them, man. I like all of the Oakland Raiders. Give me everybody on that roster. Derek Carr. So, all right, so here's what I'm going to say. I like Derek Carr. I like Tyrell Williams. I like Zay Jones. I like Hunter Renfrow. I like everybody on the Oakland Raiders. So here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to decide who you want to take. I like Tyrell Williams. I like Derek Carr. So this is if you're tackling their passing attack. I like Derek Carr. I like Tyrell Williams. I like Darren Waller. But if you're like me and you're like, Oakland Raiders are going to absolutely pound Cincinnati because they're the worst goddamn team in the league, I'm all about Josh Jacobs, who, ready for this? Josh Jacobs will have 200 all-purpose yards this week. I think he gets into the end zone 2 times. Lofty expectations, but I'm telling you right now, he's going to solidify his Rookie of the Year nomination with this game. Love the Oakland Raiders. Give me that defense as well, man. Give me all 11 of them.
I just turned a trade down for Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs this week, so I would have received Saquon and traded Josh Jacobs. So that lets you know how I feel.
I'm very high on the Oakland Raiders this week.
So is everybody else, though.
You know, everyone
Yeah.
is, but I mean, I'm just telling the people at home. Josh Jacobs, I feel like he's someone you got to have in your lineup. If you want to attack the Oakland Raiders passing attack, you for sure could. You could get Derek Carr in there at 6,100. You could get Tyrell Williams in there, who just seems to catch tutties like it's his day job, which it is. But, Darren Waller as well. So,
All right, perfect. Let's roll into your picks for the week.
Stud
Who's your
quarterback,
big
one.
QB?
One
QB
stud, QB1.
Big dog. Big
The
cheese.
go-to, the guy that
Big
you
noggin.
are looking for.
the big noggin. I like Lamar Jackson. Like I
Okay.
said earlier, I think they run the ball, they attack him through the air. I think Mark Andrews gets involved. I love Lamar Jackson.
I feel like he just did Lamar Jackson just to try to get me going again. And
Didn't he
up it
say
a
he
little.
didn't like that game?
Here's what I'll say. Lamar Jackson is the highest priced quarterback on the board this week. For a big reason. For a big reason, right? He runs the ball, he can pass the ball, and ultimately in this game, they're going to control the time of possession.
They're going to try.
And the way they're going to do that is Lamar Jackson running the football with Mark Ingram. So, I mean, I like Lamar Jackson a lot. He's my stud. I'll pass it over to you, Mitch. Who's your stud of the week? Go ahead. You can touch on it. I know you want to.
Go ahead, Shane.
I know who your guy is, so I won't take him. I'm going to go Deshaun Watson. I like him. He's going to keep pace with Baltimore. He's going to do what he does against solid, good quarterbacks. He's going to show up. It's going to be a good week for him.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of deferred to you just to make sure that you're going to take Deshaun because Deshaun's the other QB I like quite a bit this week.
Yep.
But, yeah, I really do like Tom Brady against Philly. They have, like I said, poor secondary. Tom's got a couple more weapons on the passing attack now. Sony Michel really hasn't been able to get it done on the ground, so they kind of got to throw the ball to keep ahead of the sticks. So I like Tom. Give me a... Well, we know Fenske's cheap QB, so let's Shane, go ahead. Well, let's let him confirm it.
Dwayne Haskins Jr. Yeah.
All right, so QB here that, actually I'm going to go real. Somebody that, Kirk Cousins here, because nobody's going to be on him.
Yeah, I don't like him just because.
Nobody's going to be on him, though.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Very low owned. I could see it.
Wow, Buddy took Dwayne Haskins, so I'd look like a fool if I don't say Jeff Driscoll.
You know what? I like it.
But Nick Foles is also another name.
Yeah, okay. I dig it.
All right, I'm starting with my stud, RB.
Wait, so who was it? Jeff Triscoll?
Jeff
Yes.
Driscoll.
Okay,
But
okay.
I do like Nick Foles, too.
Okay,
Another
got
guy
you,
that
got
probably
you.
won't be very high on.
Might have some side bets this week. I don't know.
Yeah.
We might have some side bets.
Oh, Lordy. Yeah, I'll go stud RB. I'm obviously going to take Zeke.
Okay.
I'm all on the Josh Jacobs bandwagon. All about it.
Dalvin Cook.
Delve. I like
Hell
that.
yeah.
That's a good save.
All right, Shane, you can start with your cheaper guy.
Cheaper guy on the running back side of the ball here. I'm going to go with James White.
Mitch?
Nah, you can snag it.
All right.
I'm still trying to figure mine out for sure.
I'll go to the Detroit game and give me some J.D. McKissick. I think with Jeff Driscoll as his quarterback, I think he gets very involved, not only in the rushing game but also in the passing game. I like J.D. McKissick.
Devin Singletary is probably my guy. He's not really too cheap price, but he's going to be really low owned as of right now. But a guy none of us hit just because he's going to be really high owned is Brian Hill in Atlanta. I mean, he's kind of an obvious one, so we just kind of left him off.
Right.
Yep.
We'll go to stud wideouts. Shane, you can kick this one off. Me and Fancy
Stud
started with
wideouts.
studs.
I
Last
will jump on it here. God, fuck it, dude. DeAndre Hopkins. Dude, I'm telling you, this game. You're far off when you say you don't like this game.
That's fair. Everyone's subject to their own opinion.
And if Will Fuller's back, oh my God, give me some DeAndre Hopkins.
And rightfully so. I like Julian Edelman coming off a game where he had 11 targets.
And you guys both took my picks.
So, yeah, I like Julian Edelman. I think he's a decent price. No way I'm paying $9,900 for Michael Thomas. No way I'm paying $8,100 for DeAndre Hopkins. So I like Julian Edelman.
I ain't
Against a weak-ass Philadelphia Eagles defense. I'm trying to buy you some time, bro. I don't know what else I can say.
Oh,
Chris Godwin.
Okay. That was the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
I mean, I think Dallas plays from ahead in that game, so I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Not a huge fan of Amari. If I'm gonna have Zeke, I sure as hell ain't gonna have Amari in the same.
Right.
Let's go to tight end.
Cheaper wideout.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that first. Sorry. You start,
let's
Mitch.
see. Mine is probably gonna be. Russell Gage of Atlanta.
Okay. I will take Amendola here.
Okay.
I know who you're taking.
I'll go with Traquan Smith of the New Orleans Saints.
No, McLaurin love there. Weird.
I mean, I don't feel like he's that much of a sleeper. Like, he's a mid-range guy. But
What do you mean?
Well, sleepers are also considered like super low owned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Mohamed Sanu.
I mean, I don't think Traquan Smith is going to be that well owned, so I like Traquan Smith as well. But with that being said, I do like Terry McLaurin.
Let's go to tight ends here. Just give me your favorite tight end play, because I think a lot of us are going to be spending down here. So give me your. That's what I mean. You're not. There's no high. There's really. I mean, outside of Waller and Andrews.
Right.
I mean, you could take Ertz if you're not good at this.
Yeah, I think
So
Andrews,
just give me
Waller,
your
and Cook.
favorite. Your favorite tight end play.
It can be one of the top guys.
It can be, or if it's not, explain why.
Started off.
That's so hard.
No, it's not. We already know it's going to be Waller for you.
Well, okay. Here's the deal. I mean, I'm not really gonna play by your guys' rules here because I love Andrews, I love Waller, and then if I'm looking for a cheaper guy, if I'm trying to find that lineup where I'm gonna play a cheaper guy, I look at Vernon Davis.
He's going to take all the tight ends.
I know, like I feel that. I'm looking at Vernon Davis, and then back to the first game that we covered, T.J. Hawkinson. So I mean, I covered like four guys there, but
yeah, that's cool.
And I mean, yeah, you guys can say if I'm right or wrong on them, but that's where I'm at.
Ross Dwelly. I mean, I'm not spending up a tight end this week. I like too many expensive
I agree.
wideouts and backs. I mean, I'm probably gonna try to get Dalvin and Zeke in the same lineup, so I can't really afford a 6,000 or even 5,000 and up tight end. So that's just the way my lineup's looking to be the way it's looking to be constructed right now.
Yep.
So, yep.
For me, I think the most expensive tight end I'm going to have in a lineup is going to be Jared Cook at 4,400. Outside of that, I like Kyle Rudolph too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah.
We
Defense?
covered everybody else. Defense. Let's see. You want me to start or what?
Just snag one, yeah.
God, I want to snag yours so bad, but I'm not going to.
Go ahead, take him.
No, I don't.
I have alternatives. No, I got another defense I'm looking at. Take him.
Oh, I'll let you take this one because I want to see the reaction. I'll take Vikings D here. Hey, give me that D, Mitch. Give me that D. Give me that D. Wow, that sounded terrible. Don't.
You want to go first?
Mitch, hit me with your D.
Mitch, give me the
That's that's a terrible thing to be saying. I was like saying like over and over.
Oh my good God. Oh my Jesus, Martha.
Jets, Jets.
Yeah.
Secondary sucks.
Okay, I'll.
Good thing they ain't got to cover anybody.
All right. With that being said, my favorite defense is the Silver and Black, the Oakland Raiders, facing off against the worst team in the National Football League. And I don't know why in the hell they are priced at $3,300, but I'm all about the Raiders. Cincinnati sucks. They're god
That we can
awful.
agree on.
They are god awful. They're going to be the first pick in this year's draft. Raiders are going to roll them. I'm all about that Raiders D. You're wrong on the Jets.
Dude, all I'm telling you is one of us is going to be ignoring the other this weekend when they start calling.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I'm looking forward to it. So,
All right. So you think Cincinnati gets the number one pick? They take Tua?
No.
Thank God you're not a Tua guy. I would have
No.
to kick you out of here. Anybody that likes Tua,
I'm
just
not-
go look at how many good left-handed QBs have been in the NFL.
I kind of like that guy from LSU, Joe
Oh,
Burrows.
Burrows, yeah.
I
I
kinda
suppose
like him.
that
From.
Fromm.
Yep, Jake Fromm. He just
Lawrence
knows how to
isn't in
win.
the draft this coming year, is he?
No, next year.
Next year, yeah.
Tank off for him.
Yeah.
Bet
I
on
mean,
that.
yeah, I don't know.
All right, well.
Lot of debates
Yeah,
tonight.
That was nice. That was
Well,
good.
That's what makes it good. We have our own opinions. It gives you a couple different ideas on who you.
Some a little more far fetched than others.
who you like and,
Yeah.
brother, it was another good show, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for
Yeah, it was
having me.
Hell yeah.
great.
It was fun.
We are gonna sign off. Buddy's got some shirts he's taking home for
For the people that got in
some
on that.
people, and
For the people at home.
hit us up if you ain't got yours yet, and you should have one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, subscribe, follow.
absolutely.
Crown DFS.
Crown the Kings.
Crown the Kings.
On the rocks. It's gone.
I'm dry, so
Yeah, there wasn't much in
we
there.
will see y'all next time.